Hi guys, Paige here. It's been a while. I'm sorry about that, and I want to thank you guys who have been checking up on me. Um, I wanted to let you know real quickly that over the last few weeks I gained 4 pounds. I went from 244 up to 248, and I have since lost 5 pounds, and I'm down to 243 now. And it's just stuff. I quit exercising on the treadmill. Was having trouble keeping my calories at about 1,000 calories, and so for me, I put on the weight immediately after eating something that I shouldn't. But I want to talk about something different than that. I have felt the last few weeks, well, the last month, that I've been in quicksand. Like I'm sinking down and I'm losing grip. And as I sink farther and farther, it's harder and harder to refocus and get myself back on track. I do feel like God's hand has reached down and He has grabbed my arm and is keeping me from sinking any farther. I feel like I'm on my way back out of the quicksand thanks to His hand giving me strength and pulling me out. And that's a good thing. And this is something that I will probably have to deal with for the rest of my life. That feeling of getting tired of trying and just feeling like I'm sinking. But I've had something happen this week that has really put my life into perspective for me, and I want to be really quick. I want to give you a little history about my family. I have had a lot of tragedy in my family, and it hasn't been my immediate family, but it has been all around my cousins. Years ago, about 20 years ago, 23 years ago, my cousin on my mom's side of the family, my cousin Scott, and his wife Trudy and their two daughters, Jessica and Amy, were going birthday shopping for their younger son, Timmy. So they took Tim to Grandma's house and went shopping. And they were hit by a drunk driver, and Scott woke up in the hospital to be told that his wife, Trudy, and his two daughters, Jessica and Amy, were killed. My aunt, Claudia, and my uncle Floyd, his mom, lost their daughter-in-law and two granddaughters. In the same year, their other son, Doug, and his wife, and their other son, Randy, and his wife, were hit by a drunk driver. And Doug was stuck in the car. The car caught on fire and he burned to death. And they said after getting him out that all that would have happened if they could have got him out was that he would have had a broken leg. So my aunt and uncle, Floyd and Claudia, they lost two of their sons in a year, and their daughter-in-law and two granddaughters. I have another cousin on my dad's side of the family who a few years ago, their son, who was in the old guard back east, was accidentally shot by his roommate, and he died. And about a year later, their younger son was in a motorcycle accident. Another motorcycle came around the corner and hit him head on. I don't know how that happens, but he died. So my cousin, she buried her two sons, both within about a year's time. About 3 years ago, my husband and I have some very good friends. They also happen to be my cousin and his wife. They on my mom's side of the family. But more than cousin, they were friends. And about 3 years ago, he got cancer, and he died of cancer. And this week, his sister, who lives back east, she left before Thanksgiving Day to go to the store and never came home. She left her husband and her kids at home and left. And that was right before Thanksgiving. This Monday this week, she had driven out from back east, and they found her body on her brother, my friend and cousin. She went to her brother and her mother's grave. They were buried side by side, and she killed herself there, and they found her body there. She left her husband and her kids. She had about 5 kids, I think, one of who lived out here on the West Coast, and 2 brothers still alive, and left them. And that's so tragic, to drive across the country to your brother's and your mother's grave and kill yourself there. It's a tragedy, and it has put my life in perspective. When I see my kids fighting, or I lose patience with them because of their mess, or I get frustrated because all they do is play video games, or blah blah blah, it goes on and on. I realize how blessed I am, and how precious life is, and my children are to me. And you know, there are so many little things in our lives every day that we take for granted. That were those little things to be taken away, then we would see how much of a blessing they were. My home, my vehicle, my kids' teachers, my friends, my parents, my brother, my sister-in-law, you know, my husband, who is just amazing and goes to work every day. He does that for me and my children. And we have a blue sky today. It's freezing cold outside, but it's beautiful. I take that for granted, and I just live my life day to day, walking around moping because I'm frustrated at myself because I have such a hard time with maintaining my weight loss or exercising. Those things become all consuming for me and cause me to get frustrated, and they affect my life. They affect how I live life, and they're so not important compared to my family and my friends. I need to be grateful that the Lord gave me the opportunity to have this surgery, and that He is my cheerleader and He is my strength. And I need to be grateful that His love is endless for me, that I'm the apple of His eye. You know, I need to be grateful that He has reached down and grabbed my arm and pulled me out of the pit, because He really has. And so today is about putting my life in perspective. And I want to encourage you all to take a moment and reflect on your life and all the little things that you have to be grateful for that could be gone in a second. And live your life with purpose, and live your life with direction, and live your life like you're grateful and have something to offer. Because God loves us so much. Man, He has done so much for me. And I'm just feeling very grateful today. So you guys are wonderful. I thank you all for your comments and your support. And let's keep it up. Let's keep going. You guys have a great day. I know I'm going to. Bye-bye.